Hello friends, it's Barbara Sue and welcome back to Kowalski Mountain. So this week's video, I'm doing a collaboration with some other homesteaders and we're talking about animals on the homestead. Now you all know that Philip and I are in transition and we've sold our home. We're living in our RV right now, and so now we don't actually have very many animals. Right now we have our broad-breasted turkeys, we have some cats, we have our bees, and we have our dog Roxie. So come along and meet them all. Now these are our broad-breasted turkey poults, and they definitely have a purpose on the homestead. Now the turkey poults are about 9 to 10 weeks old now, and you can tell that they are really getting large. Now because Philip and I have such a limited amount of space, we're only raising 2 broad-breasted turkeys. These are our meat turkeys, and they are being raised for Thanksgiving. One of them will be our honored Thanksgiving guest, and the other one, I just think I'm going to ground all the turkey meat for our family. Now they're certainly getting large since I got them, and they weighed only an ounce. I haven't weighed them actually since that time, so I'm not quite sure how big they are. But they're really looking sharp with their white feathers, and I think I have a pair. I'm not convinced, but that's my best guess, that I have a pair of broad-breasted turkeys. Now they're gentle. They don't really care to be handled like this, but I can if I need to, and can take care of them with anything that they might need. Now this is Roz, and she's definitely a pet on the homestead. She's about 9 years old, and I got her from a friend who was driving down the road and he heard a kitten meowing. So when he got home, he had to take his truck apart and found her, and she was just a few weeks old. She was named after the movie Monsters Incorporated because she was such a monster when we got her. Now the first 8 years of her life, she was an inside cat, and she just recently in the last year started going outside. So she really enjoys that, and I won't call her a mouser, although Philip would like to think that maybe she will be. But she's just enjoying getting to go outside and be on her terms. Now Roz is always the kind of cat who's been on her terms. She's loving and sweet when she wants to be. And if she doesn't want to be, you have no chance of getting any attention out of her. Okay. Your spotlight's over. Now this is Finesse, and she definitely is a pet on our homestead. So Finesse is about 9 years old, and I got her shortly after I got Roz because I believe that kittens should always be raised in pairs. So after Roz came to live with us, I started looking for another kitten. And a friend of mine who has a rescue had Finesse, and she had these long big ears, and she was just the cutest thing ever. So I went and got Finesse, and she's been with us ever since. Now Finesse actually already had her name when I got her. That was the name she had at the rescue and where we got her. And I did try to come up with a different name for her, but Finesse just seemed to fit. Now Finesse is exclusively an indoor cat. And lately her latest trick is that she tries to get outside, and I have to go chase her back down and bring her back in. Now Finesse is the queen around here. Really good with children. She's really good with people. She loves anyone who walks through the door. She will eat up all the attention from anyone who comes in the house. But she's not so sure about the other animals all the time. So it took her a little bit of time to warm up to Roxie, and her and Trouble still have a rough relationship. She hisses at him. He actually does really well. He puts up with all of her shenanigans, and then when he gets sick of it, he'll go ahead and give her a good smack. So again, this is Finesse, and she is definitely a pet on the homestead. Sit down. There you go. Good. Good boy. Yes. Now this is Trouble. And Trouble actually found us. So we were at the homestead in Kentucky on Kowalski Mountain, and we were sitting around the campfire enjoying some time with family, and we heard out in the woods, meow, meow. And I said, oh no, here comes Trouble. And we went looking for him, and we sure enough found Trouble. He was a skinny, matted cat covered with ticks and mats, and just as sweet as he could be, and very hungry. And so we gave him some food. He hung around the RV with us while we were there that week. And we got to the end of the week, and I told Philip he's not going to stay if we leave. And Philip said, well, I guess we'll have to take him with us. And so we did. Now, we went ahead and named him Trouble, which has kind of fit him a little bit. Now, of our animals, Roxie was Philip's when we got married, and so he brought her to our marriage. And Finesse and Roz were my cats, and I brought them to the marriage. But Trouble is ours, and he has been a really good addition to our family. Now, Trouble does have a few purposes on the homestead. Philip says that he is the chief mouser here at Kowalski Mountain, and he actually does a pretty good job about catching mice and birds and bringing them back to the RV. Now, thankfully, he's happy to leave them outside and not bring them in for me to have. So I'm going to give Trouble some points for having purpose on the homestead, but don't be surprised if you see him curled up on the bed in the air conditioning in his off time. I was petting you. Yes. Goofball. So the next animals that we have on our homestead are our honeybees. And here at Kowalski Mountain, we have quite a few colonies of bees. So right here in Ocala, Florida, we have 3 colonies of bees. Now we have 1 colony in Bellevue, and that colony was rescued from a cactus. And then we have 4 colonies of bees that are actually at the homestead in Kowalski Mountain. Now the honeybees certainly are here for a purpose. Now Philip's goal for beekeeping is to grow bees, and by doing that he allows the colonies to mature, and he splits them into separate colonies and creates new colonies for the bees so that they can continue to multiply. Each colony has a single queen who lays eggs and helps the colony to grow. Now, one of the sweet perks of beekeeping is the honey. And while we enjoy the honey, and we do sell our raw honey on our website, kowalskimountain.com, honey is not the goal of our apiary. It's just a sweet perk. Let's take a closer look. Not sure if you can see it, but you can actually see those wings fanning. They're moving very fast, and the bees are fanning. That's what's creating that sound. Now you can see the bees coming in with pollen on their legs. That's the yellow On the back of their legs, you'll see every couple have some pollen that they're bringing in. That one there did. That pollen was bright orange. And the pollen depends on the type of pollen that the bees happen to be collecting. And it comes in a bunch of colors. I hope you can see those wings fanning. I can see them and it looks very cool. They're moving so fast. And they're creating that sound.
Got it? There's Queen. Got her.
Good.
See her?
Yes, sir.
Yep, I saw her.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Right, beautiful. So we went ahead and capture her. I'm gonna set her to the side. Evidence is here. Excellent, excellent. Look at that side. Beautiful. Lots more cap brood. She's doing awesome.
Now this is Roxie. And Roxie was Philip's dog before we got married. And I'm going to give Roxie some bonus points for having a purpose on the homestead. So Roxie, oh, I get kisses, nice kisses. Up here please. Up here please. Come on, up here. Good, that's good. Yes, that's nice. So Roxie is a pit bull, and she is a really good dog. She minds well, she's good with the other animals, she's good with children. Now Roxie does have a few jobs on her homestead. She can track a deer a little bit. And if she sees aerial predators up in the sky, she would bark at them and help warn us about predators that might be after our chickens, which she's the one who alerted Joy when the hawk got a hold of the broiler chickens. She is a watchdog. She barks at people who don't belong on the property, and her intimidating bark is enough to scare off most people. But she's also a pet. She is a good companion, she is a good dog, and we are really thankful to have her. So this is Roxie, and she gets a few bonus points for having a purpose on the homestead, and she's also a pet. Yes. Oh, yes. See, that's nice. That's nice. Yes. Oh, I get lovin's. Yeah. Okay. Yes. There. Come here. Come here. What was that? Right there. Right here. Here we go. This is good. Right here. Well, friends, that's all the animals that we have on our homestead right now. Since we're in transition, we don't have any other animals. Now, once we move to the homestead, we'll definitely have chickens again. We will also keep the production stock to raise our meat. We're going to get pigs and goats and hopefully a cow. Likely we will also get a donkey or two to protect against predators. Now, on the homestead, our animals will all have jobs. The pigs and the goats will help with land clearing. The chickens will be there for eggs and meat. And of course, a cow has many benefits of cheese and milk and ice cream and butter, all the goodness that comes with having a cow on the homestead. So thanks for watching, friends. Be sure that you watch the entire playlist of all the homesteaders and to see the different animals that they keep on their homestead and determine if they have a purpose or if they're a pet. Be sure to get the link down in the description box below. We'll see you later.